What's up, everybody? What's happening? It's your boy, Prince of Box, your man, Dwayne Dickey with the plan. Welcome to Past the Ox, baby. And another episode. What is this? Episode numero cinco? I think this is numero cinco. Seis. Maybe seis. I don't know. I lost count already. We having so much fun. Y'all know what it is. Welcome to another episode of Past the Ox. Either way it go, you already know how it go. In the quay, baby. You already know. In the quay. I like that. Hey, shout out to my co-host. We got a new catchphrase. Because you in the quay, baby. You already know what it is. We quayed up. So, that being said, speaking of my oh so lovely co-host, ladies and gentlemen, I got to introduce, well, you know, the lady, the queen of Clatchet herself, Miss Janean. What's happening?
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm excited. I'm always excited. It's always going to be lit. I'm going to say the same thing every single show.
Come on now. Come on now. And we got
going to be another hot one.
It's going to be another hot one, baby. Yeah, we got them rubbed up. Got them rubbed up the gay, baby. Yeah, you already know. It's in the building. You already know. Prince of Bosch, Queen of Clatchet. We here today, and we here to have some fun. So Thank you for tuning in. If you're listening to us live on Six Families Radio, we'd like to thank you for tuning in right now. Shout out to Tuned In, because if you're listening on that, hey, how you doing? It's good to be on Tune In, baby. So shout out to you too. And of course, can't forget my Spotify-aliens out of there. You know what I'm saying? I totally just made that word up, but it is what it is. And my Apple Podcasters. What's happening? How y'all doing? Make sure y'all subscribing. Make sure y'all liking, all that, rating, commenting. Oh, yeah, YouTube. Can't forget about you either, baby. What's happening? How y'all doing? Y'all see us live in full effect, live in living color already. Man, y'all can tell this is going to be a lit show today. I don't know if you can tell by the
high energy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening, but I like it. Let's go.
I know. Yeah, I'm liking it too. I mean, this has been one heck of a Friday, but baby, I love it. It's been a busy Friday, and it's been a good one. But without further ado, we would like to introduce today's guest. This man right here is one heck of a talented artist. This man is, well, let's just say the official theme song maker for a nice company out there, you know, a wrestling promotion by the name of Impact Wrestling. And well, we're going to get into Impact, you know what I'm saying? Because as you can see, if you're on YouTube watching, I know you see my boy repping with that Impact shirt, you know what I'm saying? Represent Impact. You already know what time it is. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
I mean, the chain is just blinging and blinding me. I don't know. I didn't even see the Impact. I just saw diamonds and ice. I'm fine.
What? Hey,
I ain't even see this.
Oh, so I said, yeah, that's
exactly.
Real Gucci fans out there. But, ladies and gentlemen, like to welcome and introduce our guest on today's show. Shout out to Mr. Vinny, by the way, for introducing this man to us, because we had the pleasure of meeting this man through our guest. If you don't know who Vinny is, well, you need to go listen to our previous episodes, because he is the CEO of Six Families Radio. Yeah, and, well, y'all already know how it goes. So, my brother from another, Rob Potna.
Whoa. What up?
What's happening?
What up, man?
Man, welcome to the show, my brother. How you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling good. You know, it's been a good Friday. You know what I mean? It's been sunny. It's been sunny out here in ATL. So,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely been a sunny week out here in the A, baby. You already know.
And we need to appreciate it because all next week is going to be raining again.
For real?
Yeah. It's going to be hot, but it's going to be raining every day.
Mother ATL likes to do that to us, you know what I mean? 1 minute she want to be sunshiny, 1 minute she want to be cloudy, 1 minute she want to be rainy, snowy, you name it.
Women, right? My goodness, we just can't make up our minds. We don't know what we want.
Either way, we try to stay prepared as much as we can. You know,
on your toes, right?
Yeah. You know, we got our clothing for every single time. You know, we got the little, long sleeve thermals if it gets a little cool. You know what I mean? We got our raindrop, rain gear in case it gets a little drizzly with the drip.
Rain boots and the thong.
Come on now, yeah. Of course, you got your shorts.
Very Atlanta.
Very Atlanta. Come on now. You got your leggings, your shorts, you name it, all that good stuff, baby. That's what we're in the building for. But nonetheless, welcome to the show again, Mr. Rob Potna. It is so great to have you on. So,
yes, sir.
Normally how we kick this show off, well, the listeners already know what time it is. So, let's start the show off with what's in your ears.
What's in my ears?
Yeah. So, in
what
this
you been
segment,
listening to?
we like to talk about, what you've been listening to throughout the week. You know what I mean? Like you said, it's been sunshine in the A. So,
you know what, though? I can't lie. Lately, I've been listening to a lot of my own music, man. I'm finishing up this album. You know what I mean? I'm finishing up this project.
Yeah.
And, I listen to the radio during the day, but for the most part, I just been concentrating in the studio for so long, every single day. All I've been listening to is my own stuff, man. You know what I mean?
Man,
just trying to get this project right, trying to get these records, you know what I mean? Just trying to get this mixing and mastering right. So I really ain't got a chance to lock in on other people's music for like the past 3 weeks. You know what I mean? All I know about is the Instagram drama.
And we shall talk about the Instagram drama.
Indeed, we shall.
Don't you fret.
Don't worry. We are well on the way. Well, to my co-host, let me dish it over on to her real quick. What's been in your ears, cuzzo?
Well, I've been listening to Tiana Taylor's The Album again. I'm still not over it. I feel like I was so obsessed with the first 5 singles, I couldn't get past it. So still trying to get past the first 5, but they just grabbed me.
Okay.
But over the past weekend, my friend Ami, the African goddess that she is, had this amazing birthday party. And so I've been on an Afrobeats by this whole week. You haven't listened to Afrobeats, you need to do it. If you don't understand what they're saying, that's fine. It doesn't matter. It's about the vibes. It's about the music. It makes you want to dance. It makes you want to move. And that's really been the vibes that I've been on. I got a chance to meet a Atlanta-based DJ by the name of Hershey Skinned. And if you're looking for a super dope Afrobeats playlist, follow her on Hershey Skinned Official on IG, and she has a link inside of her bio with this dope ass Afrobeats playlist. So that's a good start for anybody who's trying to get a little playlist together.
That's dope.
Yeah, super dope. And of course, we have been listening to Rob Potna too, because we had to get familiar with your music. So it's definitely listening to that, and we'll get into some song breakdowns a little bit later.
Yes. Yes, for sure.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it. So Afrobeats mostly, and then Tiana Taylor, and then Rob.
I feel loved.
Yes, you should. Super dope.
That's a nice mixture and combination there.
I always go from 2 different spectrums all the time.
Exactly. And it's a beautiful thing. It's always great. My co-host is so diverse, like yours truly over here, who has a lot of diverse tastes, but she just keeps on putting you on. So Afrobeats, baby.
Yes.
Get on that vibe. Well, I could say I've been on a little bit of everything this week, man. Let's see, where do I even begin? Like my man, my guest here, Rob Potna. Artist to artist. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of been listening to myself still a little bit too, to kind of, make sure everything's
a double entendre. I see what you did there.
You see what I did there?
Yes.
Nice plug in. Myself is available on all platforms. So if you're listening and you don't know who Highlight Reel is, well, what took you so long, man? Get on the Highlight Reel train one time and go check out myself. It dropped a couple weeks ago, man. But like my boy here, I'm actually getting ready for the final 3rd part of this series, while also working on an album that will drop next year. On top of a couple of little singles here and there. I've been kind of just vibing out to some instrumentals and getting in the stew and just kind of creating, bringing y'all content, man. I went a little quiet for a while in a good way, but even when I'm quiet, I don't stop. know what I'm saying? When I'm quiet, I don't stop writing.
Podcast master these past couple of months.
Yeah, you know, podcasting and hosting kind of got in the fray. You know, focused on it for a while, but I still write, I still record, I still promote. So I just had to let people know, hey, we still on the scene, baby. Highlight ain't going nowhere. Now, that being said, though, I'm going to switch gears and say that I also been listening. I've been catching up on some shows, some music shows that I was a little late to, you know what I mean? Because I never really had the time to really kind of watch them. So I kind of had some free time on my hands. And 2 shows I caught up and binge watched.
Love and Hip Hop.
Had me checking out some artists. Actually, no, I am not a love and hip hop person. I will never be a love and hip hop person. I cannot do reality shows.
But it's love and hip hop. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing.
Yeah, you would think, right? The hip hop artist doesn't watch love and hip hop.
Hey,
you know,
you're such a girl. It's love, it's hip hop. It's amazing.
But that's why we got this awesome co-host on here, because she always represents for the ladies so well. So you know we got to put her on there one time. But your boy actually been watching and binge watching the Rap Game. Shout out to Jermaine Dupri, ATL legend. You know what I'm saying? I was on Netflix. Now I don't know why they only have just 1 season. They just had the first season. Maybe that was the only best season. I don't know. I see they had 5 seasons and I only saw the first, but I saw enough of it to like it because I thought, well, this is cool. You know, a little bit corny with some of the little kid raps, but when you think about it, you're like, well, they're kids. It's supposed to sound like that anyway. So
I would hope, yes.
Well, yes. And I saw the first season was back in 2016. So I was like, oh, well, these kids are like 15, 16, 12. They're older now because it's 2020. So I went and checked out some of these artists, like the winner of the contest in the first season, Miss Mulatto, who was also ATL's finest. Checked her stuff out and was like, you know what?
She was on the Rap Game.
Yeah, she was. See, a lot of people didn't know that. Go
figure. That's what I'm talking about.
Not only was she on it, she won the thing. Yes. She won it, baby. And you can tell because she had the confidence just dripping all up on her, man. So it's crazy.
She popping
you know
out, though.
Yeah, she popping up. Go figure, y'all. Miss Mulatto started out on the Rap Game.
She's grown now.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
She ain't no kid no more. You got that right. But if that's your type, now you go after her by all means. You like the young bloods, baby? Go ahead. Go right after her. So, all right, y'all, we done. So another show I switched gears to music-wise that I finally got around to checking out was Rhythm and Flow.
Yes!
And man, so many dope rappers and artists to check out. I mean, I'm talking Flawless, Real Talk. I'm talking London B. I'm talking fire. Caleb Colossus. I'm talking about D Smoke, my favorite amongst them all and the winner of this very contest.
D Smoke has my heart. Oh my gosh, he's so amazing.
Gosh. He made me say to myself, man, Kendrick, buddy, I think you got a nice little setup. I don't know, bro.
So I feel like I said this on another episode, but he's Sir's real life brother, and Sir is affiliated with TDE. So they're all kind of sort of in the same circles. But what I hope doesn't happen, and what I know happens with a lot of artists, is that they start to compare you to somebody else who's like already established, and you're kind of living under their shadow. Yeah. But D Smoke is so talented. I hope that they don't do the Kendrick comparison too much.
I was thinking that, you know, because it really had me thinking about really the West Coast in general. So after really listening to D Smoke and seeing how dope he was from start to finish, like even when they would point out his weak points, it was still just like he was murdering everybody.
The whole competition.
To me, the only two that could really somewhat keep up with him to a degree was London B and Flawless Real Talk. And even in certain aspects, it would just depend on the category, where it was just like, you know, I could see why they struggled with trying to find the winner of that, but you had to give it to D Smoke. Right. So they did great. Usually contests don't do great like that. they normally kind of make a mistake in winners, but they did right. They did that justice.
They did right by
He
that
smoked.
Yeah.
That man is now in my tops of favorite rappers in the game right now, next to, you know, Dylan and Dylan and Dylan and Dylan and Dylan. You know what I'm saying? And so many other dope rappers out there named Dylan.
Go give me some cheesecake, man.
Come on, let's go get some cheesecake.
No, Diddy did not have to make them walk to go get that cheesecake. I still feel a way about that.
Yes, he did.
My homegirls are still upset.
Hey, you know, and shout out to the rap game, because when I was watching the rap game and I saw that Jermaine Dupri had them little kids going and interning in the studio, they getting all hyped thinking they finna record. Nah, y'all finna clean up the studio, bro. Y'all finna like literally clean up. And I'm like, and then he was like, one of the challenges, he's like, oh, y'all gonna hate me on this next challenge. And they like, the parents freaking out like, wait, what do you mean? Is he gonna make us go get some cheesecake or something? What's he gonna make us? And I was like, I see what you did there. I see you. You know, so hey man, it was crazy. So I've been on all of them vibes right now throughout the week. Also, summertime feels. Your boy been on some reggae. You know what I mean? Shout out to my boy Collie Buds. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy, you know, Sean Paul. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Damian Marley. You know what I'm saying? I just been you know what I'm saying, to my reggae feels a little bit. You know what I mean? So I just been unwinding on that, man. So, you know, when it's summer, you always gonna have the reggae vibes and the reggaeton, you know, all of that. So that's what's pretty much been in my ears up to this point right now. So I guess we'll transition to our next little segment here, because it is Friday.
No.
No.
Because what you're not gonna do is just skip past the fact that you had a performance tonight. That's what you're not gonna skip past. I know that we're hosting right now, but this is a music podcast, no?
It is a music podcast. I've been got by my co-host today, y'all.
I know that you're humble, but sheesh, come on, man. How did the performance go?
I was gotten by my co-host today. That was a good one, ma'am. You touche. Well, I would like to shout out the venue. I would shout out Pastor Diamond for inviting me out in Jonesboro. Shout out if you're from the Jonesboro area, make some noise out there. Well, you can't really do that through a podcast, but I know you're doing it in your car somewhere. So nonetheless, man, it was actually really, really dope. The venue, I was thrown off. You know, I didn't know it was going to look that nice, you know, because it was in the cut and it was, you know, and it was a nice little hood area on the slick. So, you know, appearances are deceiving when you see it on the outside. Never judge books by the cover. I stepped in there and I saw the stage and was like, whoa, okay. Oh, they lit. You know, and it was a nice little packed crowd too. That surprised me because, you know, with everything that's been going on, I'm thinking, you know, oh, social distance. Apparently not so much social distancing going on, but people did have masks. So I am proud. There was hand sanitizer when you walked in the door. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, they did what they could to keep the precautions, even though they didn't socially distance. But that's okay. You can't have everything perfect. So it was phenomenal. I actually broke out a new song on them today because I felt led to do it. This is a song that'll probably be the first single off of that final EP coming up called God Willing. So y'all look out for that because I'll probably drop that in the next, I don't know, month or so maybe. I got some other singles to drop in between times. So we'll see. But it was really dope. Got receptive, nice and well. So that tells me performance-wise, that's definitely a good number to do. So all the less, it was fun. And of course, your boy had to just do that one song. Thank goodness. They said, hey, just do one song today and we good. Cool. I did one song. I got my applause. I got my ovation. I got my flowers, if you will. I gave the praises to the highest almighty. And I gave the praises and shouted out everybody that was listening. And crowd interaction was dope. Made my way on back across town. So we get ready to pass the eyes, man.
Yes.
You already know.
So, so I would assume that this is your first performance post-COVID, yeah?
Actually, yes. This was my first since COVID. It's crazy, you know. It was a little rusty at first for your boy, a little bit, but not as much. Luckily, the mic was a corded mic, and usually I hate corded mics, but in this case, I was like, cool. You know what? I don't have to do as much moving because I'm an energy guy a lot of times. So this song, like I said, God Willing's a nice, mellow, kind of feel good kind of track. You know what I mean? So I didn't have to do too much jumping around. It's more about hearing my message and my lyricism in it. So I was like, cool. Use the mic stand. You know what I mean? Use the mic stand and prop it up, take it off a little bit, do some stuff. So it was phenomenal. But yeah, it felt weird. You know, because for a guy who was doing shows, I mean, the last actual performance I probably did before this one was I did a at-home kind of online concert. You know what I mean? I did a little something in the backyard, set up a stage, and invited the neighborhood out, and you know, we had some fun, and it was a dope thing. So that was probably something I did just to keep people encouraged, you know, because that was when COVID really just started. And so that was kind of to do that. But now, this still feels a little weird. It felt kind of weird being there, but it felt good at the same time because it was just like, hey, I'm glad to be in the fray. I'm a little nervous because I hope COVID didn't find its way on me. I stayed safe, but still, hopefully I didn't regret doing this performance tonight.
Right.
Nonetheless, it was fun though, but it was weird. So shout out to any artists out there, man, locally, wherever you at, man. If you guys are doing it, whether it's virtual, because I know a couple of my artist friends out here in the A who actually had gigs tonight and tomorrow night. So some of these places are doing it virtual. Mine's more so is doing it physical, in person, but I guess virtual too.
Live action.
Yeah, it was live action, and I'm pretty sure they were broadcasting live. So, yeah, go figure.
Wow. So how has things been for you during COVID? Because I know that it's important to be able to kind of interact with fans and whatnot. Have you been doing any shows? Have you been doing meetups? How has it been for you?
No, I haven't done no shows. I mean, my last show was in Dallas, Texas with Jeezy and Trap Boy Freddy with like 3,000 people in the crowd. So after that, it's kind of like we're not really going to get that crowd no more.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Man.
But, I mean, I don't know. I got mixed feelings about COVID. I mean, I hate that people going through what they going through, but business-wise, I mean, it's booming. I mean, I come up in the digital era. You know what I mean? Well, I can't say I come up in the digital era. I definitely sold CDs at one point in my life, but I just I took off in the midst of the digital era. So with everything stopping and more people being at home and paying attention to YouTube and you know what I mean, streaming, my royalties go up. You know what I mean? My royalties then triple, quadruple every single month just because we get more engagement, more everything. So
that's lit.
I don't know. It's a lot of millionaires going broke right now, and it's a lot of young guys who was 100,000 that's about to be millionaires.
Come on, brother. Come on. So, and you know what? It is so interesting that you put it like that because I've been peeping that. You know what I mean? And I felt like I always ask people, and I would love to ask you this question. What has 2020 so far meant to you, or what has it taught you so far to this date, since we're just about over the halfway point at this point?
I think 2020 probably taught me stay engaged. You know what I mean? I own a digital distribution company. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people think that I'm just a rapper, but I sign rappers, I sign YouTubers, I sign content creators, I sign vloggers. You know what I mean?
Okay, boss.
So for my experiences, it's kind of been like 2020 really been like the year of just creating, the year of like, we gotta get rich. I'm tired of having 40, 50,000 and blowing it and investing it. And I want a few million. So that's why I say it's weird. It's mixed emotions. Like, we don't want to get sick. We practicing social distance, but all of my energy been online advertising. You know what I mean? Making sure my company stand out. So I just think everything is digital, man. To me, it's like it's the money getters, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you come out of 2020 with no money, that's your fault. All these, I can't cuss. Can I cuss?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
let
okay.
loose, man.
You know,
Let
I am
loose.
drinking
yeah.
High Life with a straw. Of course you can curse.
I mean, I'm just saying, you pretty enough to drink High Life with a straw. Like,
Let them know, man. Let 'em know.
I mean, like, I just, you know, I talk to homies all the time. Like, you know, some of these niggas getting free checks, and I get it, I understand, but ain't nobody stacking these checks. You know, when all of the stores was closed, they was still finding out where they could spend their money. I didn't really understand it, because I'm like, nigga, you got like 3 months where you ain't got to spend nothing. You feel me? You getting straight money, and you ain't got to spend nothing but your rent. So, you know, for me, it's just like, I'm coming out. COVID then put me up behind the rats. You know what I'm saying?
Man, come on,
I hear
man.
that.
Come
like,
on.
only thing I bought in COVID was a new chain.
The new chain.
Hey,
Brother, I feel you. Like, all I bought legit was like a championship belt, and I got to use that. You know what I'm saying? That's promotion for when these events start coming back, brother. You know what I mean? So I feel you, man. That is a dope answer, and I love the way you put that, because I'm sure myself, my co-host, and our man that you guys can't see, but he's there even when you don't know that he's
with
here.
his arms out,
with his
showing off
arms out,
friends, you know?
saying, "Come on over to the OTS brand." You know what I'm saying?
He's
If you're
saying
tired,
thirst traps and whatnot.
look, if you're tired of the same old networks, you know, all up in the podcast, dancing in the videos, dancing on, you know what I'm saying? Come on over to OTS, guys. Come on over to OTS one time. So I got to shout out my brother Derek Myers one time, you know, AKA Google Tech, you know what I'm saying, as my co-host so gladly gave him in our group chat on, you know what I'm saying, our private group chats that we do, you know, and just the one of the hardest working CEOs out there in the game, you know what I'm saying, and the fact that, much like Rob here, that's all we've been doing here, man. We've been investing, we've been coming together, and we've been building and taking advantage of this OTS brand and the Six Families Radio partnership brand, and just connecting and reaching out with dope artists like yourself and so many dope guests from other sports fields and you name it, media fields, to where taking advantage of this time where everybody's quarantining still, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's not able to do what they were doing prior to COVID. So that is an amazing story, brother. And you were right. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling. I'm fasting. I'm working out.
Yes,
I'm writing. I'm recording.
Yes, sir.
I'm you know what I mean, FaceTime meetings, emailing. Like, I'm still working. You know what I mean? Like,
come on, man.
I'm still working. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the phone with CEOs of major distribution companies every other day. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, life is virtually the same. The only difference is I can't go to the club. You know what I mean? I mean, I can, but I ain't.
Yeah.
You know, and let's speak on the fact that Compound had a whole swimming pool inside of the club. Like, we aren't in the midst of a pandemic, but you know. Hey,
but you know what though? This is what you got to take from that type of situation. At the end of the day, it's about money. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So this is what I see. If I own Compound, will my club be open? Would the swimming pool be open for a quick 100 stacks? Probably,
yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't control these niggas. I'm the owner. You know what I mean? I'm the owner. I'm not in the pool with these niggas.
And they obviously wanted to get out the house, and they obviously wanted to come, you know, have a good time. So,
you know, and it's like,
somebody
you know,
had to supply it.
We can only judge the people that choose to go to the club, but we can't judge the promoters, because this is how they pay their bills.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if the promoters say, yo, we open on Thursday, I don't really see the promoters in the crowd. You get what I'm saying? I don't really see the promoters out there sweating, popping bottles. I see the promoters behind the DJ booth or in the office counting money.
Come on now.
So it's like, you know what I mean? You gotta kind of weigh it out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, Walmart ain't gonna shut down because they see 5,000 customers a day.
Never.
You know what I mean? They gotta get that money. So
That's a fact.
man, whatever, bro. Most whatever. I don't want to.
And you
say
see,
nothing too crazy.
but you see, it all falls back down to what you just said in your 2020 answer, my friend. What are you doing with your money right now? You could make these places starve.
Look,
you gotta spend it.
If you could throw a warehouse party right now and you knew for a fact 3,000 people were going to come and you could charge $50 a head, would you do it?
Niggas better wear masks with their outfits, okay? They better match, okay?
Mask up, baby.
Yeah.
When I drive downtown Atlanta and I see these clubs open, they outside checking temperatures. They doing whatever they think is good enough. Now, I can't control y'all partying with each other. Only thing I can control is me. You feel me? Like, I don't have to party to run the party. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I could be the boss and never be there. So,
better preach.
You know,
come on now.
It's just, these folks is crazy, but you know, let them do what they do, man. At the end of the day, whatever. Everybody ain't gonna die. So,
God forbid. God forbid.
I pray.
God forbid. So, nonetheless, so I mean, this is so dope. You know what I mean? I mean, this is already showing signs of how dope this show is, and so I hope you guys listening are already entertained by all this energy and all this aura. And also stay safe, by the way, because this is pretty much the purpose of this entire message right now. Stay safe, people. Stay at home.
Have fun.
Wash your hands. Exactly. You know what I mean? And don't spend your money. Okay? Please, don't spend your money. You know, unless you're supporting people.
Unless it's
black
on
businesses.
Me.
There you go.
Don't spend your money. There you go.
If it ain't self-investment or you ain't investing in a black business to see a black man come up, don't spend your money.
You gotta hold on. You gotta, man, bro. People just stupid, man. Fuck these niggas, bro. Like, they stupid, man. I know people that was making $13 an hour that's getting $980 checks every week, and these niggas is blowing it. Like, what are y'all doing? Y'all could come out of this situation up. Like, you could come out of this situation so good. But, you know what I mean? Y'all want sneakers that bad.
And that's another conversation, the fact of like, niggas want to be rich, but they don't want to be wealthy, or they don't know how to make money long term. Like, a lot of it is for show and flash, but you're not really investing. You're not setting yourself up to be in that position long term. So,
well, you just said it. They don't want to be rich, though. They want to look rich.
They want to look rich. Exactly.
You feel me? They don't want to be rich. They want to look rich because now Instagram is being rich. You know what I mean? So these niggas don't want to be rich. They just want you to think they rich so they can get free shit. That's it.
Come on. And you know, one of my favorite artists, my boy Andy Mineo, man, he literally said this in a rap line once that was just like, ooh, get him. You know what I mean? This man said, I don't respect anybody that's trying to flex. Y'all looking the weakest. Because I was with a billionaire last week and the boy had Paylor sneakers on. You know what I'm saying? Like, easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it just goes to show, bro. Like, that's what, you know, I would love to ask you this artist to artist, man, because I would love to know. Subliminal messaging, because, you know, we are the literal, the base of a lot of what human minds do in these streets a lot of times. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy what kind of power we really hold in our hands. Stronger than any politician, stronger than any athlete, stronger than any, you know, known figures.
Right.
The fact that we're able to just put messages within our music and it literally works. And they doing what they're doing because of what we're presenting. Yet we may not even really be about, you know what I mean? Like, I never act like I rap about trap music because I don't know trap lifestyle. I keep everything real with what I make music about, yet still find ways to nicely, subliminal, put some subliminal messaging in there to make you think, make you wonder, like, man, that hit me deep, bro. Like, I need to get this together, you know what I mean? But then you got probably a trap artist out there who, maybe they're actually about their life because they actually know it, or maybe they're not even about the life.
Right.
And yet they know it because they know people who are about their life and they're able to actually rap about it. And like you said, put on a complete front and put the facade on so that other people who actually do it go out there and do it even more. What's your take on, as an artist, man? What is your take on how much power we really possess like that to do that?
I don't know, man. I really don't care. I know that's a sucky answer, but this is why. Mm-hmm. I write songs. I've sold records to famous people. Now, I know that I'm writing my experiences and I'm writing my, my stories. But this record might go better with your voice. So when you come out with that record and the world thinks that you're living what you're singing or rapping about, but I know that I wrote that record, I don't get mad at the artist for doing his job. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes I think that as an artist, people put too much pressure on us. Now, I do believe that once you get famous, you have somewhat of a responsibility, but just because I can rap don't make me a politician. You get what I'm saying? Just because I got a talent to put words together in a certain way don't make me the spokesperson for political views. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand some of these guys are really, really ignorant. They just have a talent. And then some of these guys are not ignorant. They just don't feel like they have to speak up. So it's a gray area. Like, if you rapping about some shit that you ain't never done, whatever, so be it. Just don't get caught around some niggas that really did it. You know what I mean?
Come on,
like,
man.
That's how I look at it. It's just like, if you rapping about it and you meet up with some real niggas, you're gonna do one or two things. You're gonna keep pretending and get hurt, or you're gonna whisper in somebody's ear and be like, nah, bro, this shit just for the gram. I've seen it happen 100 times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, whatever, man. Let these guys fake it, man. Let these guys fake it. Let these Instagram guys go viral. Let them do whatever stupid things they want to do. Because at the end of the day, they got to live with their decisions. If I was super broke, and I was at one point in my life, we came from nothing. So you got to think, we can't think about that artist and the decisions that they make to make $1 million. We got to look into their background and see where they come from before we judge them as a person. Because some of these guys are really from nothing. And I'm not agreeing with going into Walmart or Burger King and standing on the counter and acting stupid. I think that's weirdo shit. But if that's what made this person famous, I don't want to take no food off of his mama's plate.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's weird, bro. I think they just put too much. They put too much on us, man. Like, fucking let us be great. Don't nobody go to France and judge the artists that scope naked men. You know what I mean? With the bars and the ding-a-ling hanging out and kids walking by every day. Don't nobody judge them. You know what I'm saying? We look at that as art. But they look at rappers. They don't judge rock stars. They don't judge pop stars. They don't judge country artists. They don't judge any other genre except the urban genre. Yeah. So let these motherfuckers act a fool. Whatever. You know what I mean?
Right. And I am not an artist, so I can't speak really. But I totally agree. I feel like at a certain point, once you've created a certain following, you do have somewhat of a responsibility, because you know that there are people who look up to you. But I also agree that, like, it's weird at how we place celebrities on this pedestal as if they aren't human, as if they aren't supposed to make mistakes, as if they're not supposed to grow at some point.
Right.
And like, it's entertainment at the end of the day. And I know
It's
that there's
wrestling.
so it's really entertainment. And I mean, like the streets know, I feel like if somebody is really speaking from a place of pain or from a place of experience, and we resonate towards those artists a little bit more. Because I grew up listening to all types of crazy stuff and some songs that could be considered misogynistic, and I've listened to a whole bunch of things, but that didn't dictate the way that I chose to act or how I chose to move. So I think that people should have a mind of their own, look at entertainers as fucking entertainers, and just because they're famous, like you said, that doesn't mean that they have to have a stance politically. They don't have to come out and speak. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we want everybody to be Jay-Z so bad, but
there's only one Jay-Z. Let
you know
Jay-Z
what
be
I'm
Jay-Z.
saying? Like we look at artists, once they sell a few platinum records, we want them to be whole. We want them to go stand up for human rights and black rights and da-da-da. But at the end of the day, it's like, damn, nigga, I just got out the projects.
I'm literally just trying to make a check. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do with Million number 2. And y'all want me to go against the president of the United States. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not with him. Fuck Trump. But if I just got out the project and I just seen money and I just bought my mama a house and I just bought a legal foreign car, you know what I mean? I'm not really thinking about doing anything outside of passing out school supplies and turkeys in my hood. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? That's my political stance at that point in my life. Now, maybe when I grow up a little bit and I've been rich for a few years, you know what I mean? And I got millionaire friends, because people think, like, you gotta know for sure, if you have a record right now that goes platinum tomorrow, you still gonna have the same friends. You still not gonna be best friends with millionaires and politicians and things like that. Like, the niggas that's around you still gonna be the same old niggas. You just gonna be the rich friend. So you're not gonna jump out your bed and be like, oh shit, how can I change America? I finally got $1 million. It's gonna take you a while. You're gonna have to get used to having money first. Right. You know what I mean? So,
and not to say you have to like become like a spokesperson for our rights or whatever, but also I think it's important to stay true to who you are and don't fold because a bag is involved either. Because you do see some people who kind of falter or they side with some silly shit because they're not trying to mess up a bag. And I know we're in survival mode still, but come on. You have to have some kind of morals and some kind of integrity at some point.
I hate it. But at the end of the day, it's like, man, these are industry cats, not in the streets cats. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, like, I see what you did there. Very nice. Very nice.
Love it.
You know what I mean? Like, these are industry cats. Like, you know what I mean? You get money for the first time. You get hit records. You blow up. You famous. You never had this much attention in your life. People want you to act a certain way, but the people that's giving you the money is telling you to keep doing the shit that got you the bag in the first place. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. It's why Drake still make Afropop beats. I mean, Afropop songs. It's why French Montana still make Afropop records. It's why Sway Lee still make Afropop records. It's why Tory Lanez still sings to the girls. It's why Fabulous still make records for the girls. Yeah. Whatever works, whatever got you here, 9 out of 10 chances is going to keep you here. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And unless it destroys you. So if you got people getting famous via social media off of doing stupid shit, nothing is going to make them stop doing stupid shit unless the money stops. But if we see them
start rewarding stupid shit, then
how do we stop?
Like, ignore them. Like,
it's impossible. It's impossible
because people are attracted to stupid shit. I get it. It's entertaining.
Do you listen to 6ix9ine? Do you love his music? Are you interested in? Are you interested in what he says If
No.
like if you see a press release and it says 6ix9ine says ... are you clicking the link?
I'm gonna be on Shade Room and I'll look at the caption, I'll look at the snippet, and that's where it ends. But I'm not going to go like research it and be like, ooh, I wonder what 6ix9ine says. But that's just me, and I know that.
Did you watch his video?
No.
Okay, well,
See?
you beautiful for that. But 99.9.
A lot of other people did.
They're gonna do it.
Yeah.
It don't mean they love him. They're not rewarding him. But that's the luxury of the digital world.
Yeah.
You don't have to go out and physically buy my album anymore. If you hate my guts and you simply just want to hear what I said in verse 2, as long as you hear my shit for 30 seconds, I'm getting paid.
That's a fact.
Mm-hmm. Fact.
So at the end of the day, hate me or love me as long as you press play.
Oh, man.
Hate me or love me as long as you press play. When they say bad publicity is no such thing as bad publicity, all publicity is good publicity, that's reality in this world. Like the generation we live in now, that's really the reality. Because if you hate me enough to see what I want to say, I'm gonna get paid.
It's win-win, baby. It's a win-win. That's the thing.
Well,
you know,
I'm gonna exit stage left. No, I'm just joking.
There you go. You know, but it's funny you mentioned that, because now I wanna bring to your attention, like, so let's rewind to the what was that, 3-4 week shutdown of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And then let's fast forward a little bit after the George Floyd situations, and we started seeing the riots. And let's go to the city of Atlanta and what the city of Atlanta did in the, nice little riots here. Then you had Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms, bring rappers to the fray, Killer Mike and T.I., So what, after just saying what you just said, what do you feel about the rappers now who, because again, Killer Mike is incredible. Dope mind, dope rapper, everything.
Right.
So the man and T.I., I mean, I guess he's intelligent in his own right, because he knows a lot of big fancy words for the most part.
So many big words.
He may say some things to make you say, I don't know what the heck you're talking about, Tip, but the man can at least make it sound very great with a lot of big words behind it. Trust me.
Hey, I want to make it perfectly clear. I am not agreeing with this Tip bashing. I'm totally with the King of the South.
I am too. No, real talk. I am. I love Tip.
I don't have a topic about Tip though, but yeah.
I do love Tip.
So, are you asking how do we feel about Killer Mike and T.I., or rappers who do decide to come up and be voices for the Black community?
Yeah, I guess more so in the sense of, like, if you guys, like, after how we just said, the rappers who make their money off of what they talk about, and they don't have to say anything, to the ones who do say something and try to speak the positivity, but then it's like, let's say that person they're speaking to is like, well, wait a minute. Ain't your music telling me to run up in a nigga house and, you know what I'm saying? So hold up.
That ain't fair. That ain't fair.
Nah.
That ain't fair.
But that's what the person they're reaching is gonna say to them. So, like,
but they should do their research.
It's a
they
reach.
should do their research. Like, if you do your research about T.I., he's not talking about nothing he never experienced in life. So his art and his creativity comes from his life experiences. Now, his political views may be the total opposite of what he's rapping about, because he's rapping about his past. You get what I'm saying? So his songs don't necessarily reflect his present. His song reflects his experiences, and your experiences are the past. So same with Killer Mike. Killer Mike, a great dude. You know what I mean? He a stand-up individual. He made great music. If you listen to some of his music, he talking about some gangster shit too. Not as much as T.I. He's never been classified as just a trap rapper. Yeah. But he's still talking about his street experiences. He's an ex-drug dealer. He also was a student. You get what I'm saying? So to me, it's not fair that people can say, oh, this rapper is a contradiction. You making music about the trap, but you trying to tell black people to stand up. Come on, my nigga. Like, you might stop thinking that wrestling is real. You feel me?
And then, like, that's so surface level too, because to think that a person is just a one-dimensional person is whack as hell as well. Like, and I feel like I said this before, there's a difference between telling your story, speaking on your experiences, speaking about your growth, in somebody who is glorifying a lifestyle that is counterproductive to what we are trying to do. And I feel that, like he said, T.I. is not speaking on anything that he did not personally experience, nor do I feel like he's glorifying it. Like, this is what I really did, this is what happened, and this is where I am now. And with Killer Mike, like, you can tell that he knows what, like, he studied. Like, he's not just out here blowing out hot smoke. Like, he knows what he's talking about. So in those cases, those type of artists can come out and they can speak and they can be voiced. Like, if we decided to have a black panel of artists to fucking speak for us, Killer Mike would probably be like my first choice. Like, I love Killer Mike.
Would you choose?
Jay-Z said it best. Jay-Z said, they want me to talk about the world they know. First, I got to talk to the world I know. I'm from the bottom. So when I speak it, I got to speak it from the bottom. You get what I'm saying? Like, what he's saying is, y'all want me to talk political. Y'all want me to talk to these white folks to understand what I'm saying. But, nigga, I'm from Marcy Project. So before I give y'all that, I got to give my people this, because this is the language of my people. So I gotta tell them how I feel in my language before I give y'all that other shit. You know what I mean? So I feel like when T.I. rap about the streets, you know, people gotta listen, bro. If we listen to Rick Ross, we gonna get one thing. If, I don't know, somebody 55 and older listen to Rick Ross, they gonna get another thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. They just gonna get the sound effects. They gonna get the fucking cuss words. They gonna get all the niggas. You know what I mean? But they not gonna get man, y'all froze, man. What's going on?
Oh, that's a cell phone technical difficulty.
You good now. Yeah. But nah, I was just...
The devil is a lie. He is really trying to...
Such a dope show. But
yeah, I know.
Continue.
But nah, I was just saying that people hear music differently. You know what I mean? Pretty much. Like, I listen to Rick Ross, I get black excellence. I get financial motivation. You know what I mean? I get so much off of Rick Ross record. Somebody else might listen to Rick Ross and only hear the fucked up words. You know what I mean? Or the few bitches that he throw out there. You know what I mean? The few niggas. Like, people hear music differently, and it all comes down to whether or not you resonate with this artist. Yeah. You know what I mean? If you resonate with that artist and you understand where they from and you understand what they preaching, then you have a certain respect for their lyrics. You know what I mean? Even an artist like YG, some people would say YG's a very ignorant rapper. But if you come from where he come from and you know that culture in Compton, California, then you would say, damn, YG is motivation. Yeah. You know what I mean? He come from this neighborhood. He made it. He rapping about this neighborhood. He giving these kids hope. But other people would be like, oh, another gangbanging rapper. You know what I mean? So it kind of it depends on where it depends on how you hear the music. You know what I mean? And what your lifestyle is like when you're listening to it, you know?
And everything isn't meant for everybody. I feel like that was your ultimate point before we had the technical difficulties as well. Like, people make music for their people and who they know they resonate with, you know? So,
right. Yes. And that's amazing. That's amazing. So I guess as we were transitioning, we were on this subject talking about, speakers and what rappers you would generally pick out of the fray. There's so many rappers out here. I mean, there's a multiverse of them. But if you could just pick like a nice little panel that would represent the urban community, us, who we are, you know what I'm saying? Every bit of our flavor, our style, our culture, everything about us.
That I would want to hear personally.
You know, hey, we can mix this up. You know, people like yourself, people, you know, whatever. Hey, you know, but you know what? You are the guest, so I would definitely say, you know, you personally, however you want to label it.
I would say T.I. I would say Killer Mike. I would say Rick Ross. I would say 50 Cent. I would say Jay-Z.
Okay.
And for number 6, I would say OG, maybe somebody like Rev Run or Russell Simmons. Because what people don't know is Run DMC was some street niggas. You feel me? Run wasn't no sucker back in the day. Run was real live, get the strap. Jam Master Jay was Jam Master Jay was a full-blown gangster. You know what I mean? So that would be my 6. Like, I think Rick Ross is going to give the young generation motivation and tell them how to financially secure their future, especially if you're coming from the streets and you want to get out of the street life. I think T.I. going to give us some Black motivation. You know what I mean? He's going to speak highly for Black culture. Killer Mike is going to speak highly about politics and different ways that we could see change. 50 Cent is going to speak about more financial motivation and how to transfer your money from the streets into the corporate world and be successful. And Russell Simmons is going to fucking show you how to run $1 billion company and be Black doing it. So I would love to see those 6 guys sit down and tell me how to be a billionaire. You know what I mean?
That's real. That's real.
I like it.
Okay. To my awesome co-host over here, you got a nice little dream panel that you would like to represent for the culture one time?
Who I would like to add in the running, I would add Dame Dash. As loud and how reckless some people would like to say that he is, he's been preaching ownership and entrepreneurship since before we all wanted to be on it. His delivery is a little different. I like to call it passionate. And I think that he's a great business mind and doesn't necessarily get the respect that I feel like he should. So I would add Dame Dash. And honorable mention, I would add Chance. I think that Chance, the rapper, really inspires a lot of free thinking. I was listening to him on an impromptu interview on Joe Budden's podcast earlier, and you know he's been under fire because he was like low key, I guess high key at the time, endorsing Ye for president because he said that he was running, but he was just basically saying like free thinking in the sense of like we as Black people have been under the impression that we have to vote for Democrats, but the Democrats we are voting for endorsed and signed crime bills and endorsed different bills that have really hindered us in a lot of ways. And if a Republican is speaking on issues that I feel, or just anybody, we don't have to give parties, but if anybody is speaking on issues that I feel will help me and my people out, I shouldn't feel guilty about wanting to endorse them because they don't fit the political party we think we are supposed to be following.
Right. No, I agree. I would definitely put Ye in there too, though.
See?
Yes.
I would put Ye. And Dame Dash also. Like, I agree with that. Dame Dash is gonna. You need the Dame Dashes, man.
Yeah, you do.
We need the Dame Dashes. Like, I don't. At the end of the day, bro, you help mold who we feel is Hove. You know what I mean? Like, you help mold who we look at as the Hove of the rap game, and Black, you know what I mean? Power, like. But I think Dame Dash will be like every 3 minutes praying he don't choke Kanye. Like.
Because they're too similar. Like we need somebody who's not going to be scared, say how they feel, and ultimately make demands and not care whose feelings they hurt in the process. Because a lot of people play this politics game where, oh well, I don't want to offend this person, or I don't want to lose friendships over here. No, like, this is how I feel. This is what I want. This is what I see happening, and we need to make it happen.
So
That's
how do y'all feel about Kanye rocking the "Make America Great Again" hat?
Hey man.
Hey man, look. They say, and I would like to think that in Kanye's brilliance, it was all a strategy to ultimately get some things that he wanted to see get done with prison reform and like to get some people off. So if he wore the MAGA hat to disguise himself, to get into rooms, to make some shit happen, okay. But I'm not wearing a MAGA hat. I'm personally not, regardless of who's wearing it.
Hey.
I think Ye is the genius, but I think that sometimes you just gotta be black, my nigga. You feel me? And say no to certain shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some artists said they was offered $1 million to go take a picture at the White House with Trump. You know what I mean?
So that is that morals and the integrity that I was speaking on earlier. You know,
Right.
at some point, regardless of the bag that's attached, sometimes you just got to say no, because that's not the look that I'm going for. And that goes against my fucking morals and my integrity.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well,
shout out good music, man. Shout out good music, man.
Shout out to good music. You know what I mean? Hey, man. You know what? Kanye is a genius in so many different ways. And maybe the whole MAGA thing is not even what people are thinking it is. Maybe he, in his mind, is making America great again, completely opposite from the, original image of what everybody is looking at it as. You know what I mean? Maybe in Kanye's mind, making America great again is literally with my people, bringing them in and using this ploy against them. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? There's no telling.
Who knows?
But hey,
I feel you, Ye. Whatever.
The man got
whatever
God on his side.
Do, Ye.
The man that found Jesus. You know what I'm saying? The man is good. I ain't mad at you, Kanye.
Yeah, but which Jesus?
Well, hey, man. I can only hope it's the one I know.
Let me stop playing with Kanye, man. Kanye is a genius, man. We love you, Yeezy. We love you, Ye. But, you know, man, some shit look weird sometimes, man. You know what I mean?
Shit be looking funny under the light a little bit.
Yeah, you feel me? Like, come on, bro. You gotta stop that, man. You gotta stop that.
So before we get into our meat of conversation with Mr. Rob Potna, I just kind of wanted to give a little, make sure I gave y'all my little dream panel that I was coming up with, because y'all had some really dope lines ups there. So who I want to throw into the nice little lineup here, and I think I represented this pretty well, where it's like, you got your youth, you got your wisdom, you got a little bit of everything here. So check me out here. So y'all might laugh at this first choice, but I actually wanted to put 2 Chainz in this running. Brother 2 Chainz in this running, because that man is a Harvard level intellect. You know what I mean? I mean, the man actually really, really knows a lot of what he's talking about. He has a lot of smarts and street smarts, by the way, as well, behind what he talks about, what he does. So I feel like he can really actually back it up, in a nice boardroom kind of way as well. You know what I'm saying? But he'd also grab the streets as well. Speaking of which, I would throw in my boy J. Cole. Why? Well, because at the end of the day, J. Cole keeps it real. He's been him, even with all the fame and everything. He's kept it 100, still keeps it 100. And, I know some people may have been thinking he, the whole No Name situation, thinking, is my boy selling out? But it's like, no. This man reaches to you.
What happened? I don't know nothing about that. What happened? No Name. What's that?
Yeah, it was co-host Cuzzo. You wanna?
So what had happened was, so there's this artist by the name of No Name, where she made some tweets that people feel like were alluding to artists that aren't speaking up in the midst of the Black Lives Matter movement, et cetera, et cetera. And so J. Cole put out the single. What's the name of the single again?
Snow on the Bluff.
Dwayne.
Snow on the Bluff.
Snow on the Bluff, where he was basically addressing the tweets and basically saying like, hey, I am just a regular guy. I'm just an artist. I am trying to do the work. And versus you, whether it be No Name specifically or people that are like her, who look down upon people who are still in the process of learning, instead of criticizing, like, help, like, teach us, guide us into what we need to be looking at, research.
That is amazing, man. Everybody, a long list of who you can look up, see for yourself, you know. And to my non-African American friends out there, if you're listening, go do your research too. Go check it out, man. If you stereotype us rappers, just check and see the ones out there, the OGs. But again, Lil Baby, Da Baby, so many of y'all guys, man, y'all just be great. Do what y'all do. Y'all ain't got to be in the spotlight doing that.
And we're not saying that the young guys ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
Because Lil Baby did show up and show the fuck out.
You know what I mean? Like, we can't say the young guys ain't doing nothing. We just saying that we can't put that obligation on the young guys because that's not a young guy's job.
Yeah.
It's the OG's job to show the young guys what to do when they become OGs. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So we got to look at Diddy for what he did. Think about how many votes Revolt T
prayer and coming. It's getting ready to rain gems again. So if you're an artist out there and you're listening, let's talk about the importance of these hero royalties, because I don't think people really understand the beauty of how people talk about, oh, hey, tours make you money. Hey, merch make you money. It's a pandemic. You can't tour right now. So, okay, yeah, you can sell merch online, but royalties is the best part of an artist eating right now in this pandemic. Why? Because is your song playing on a commercial somewhere? Royalty, ching, do you hear that? That's playing somewhere. Do you have your song featured on ESPN? Wait a minute, ching. Oh, I just got another royalty check.
What records they were all signed to? You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna name those artists because they famous and they don't even have a better deal than me. I was kind of grandfathered in because I signed a bad management deal and I could have sued the company and they decided to give me 90% of everything instead of me suing them. You get what I'm saying? So my situation is a little different, but I cherish my deal because if I make $1 million tomorrow, I get 900,000. You get what I'm saying? When a famous rapper might get 400,000. So it's a weird situation. I think that now you're seeing a lot of music come out. You're seeing a lot of content being created. You're seeing famous people do skits. Famous niggas ain't never did skits in their life, but you seeing famous people do skits. That was like the lowest of the low. That was like the doing skits on Instagram was like, oh, I'm trying to become an actor and I'm using social media as my platform. Now you seeing famous people do skits. That bag running low. You get what I'm saying?
Come on.
That bag running low. When you live in a $10 million home that you pay a mortgage on and your bills is, you know what I mean, $10,000 a month, and you ain't getting show money because you used to getting $75,000 a week. Straight cash. Boom. I'm doing 2-3 shows a week. $150,000 a week. My bills is paid early to, whoa. I'm missing out. Missing out on $2 million a month. What I'm gonna do? You know what I mean? So you gotta just get it how you live, man. Royalties are very important. I think that royalties are more important when you're independent, when you own your content. But if you're a signed artist and you're not the hottest artist on the roster, bro, you better get on social media and you better do everything you could possibly do to bring in money that can substitute for show money. Because right now, ain't nobody touring. So if I can't go hit the road and make $5, $10, $15, $20,000 every 3-4 days, and I'm used to having that type of money, my whole life just changed before my eyes. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I don't have no real information for no up and coming artists except go get the bag.
You were dropping gems, sir. You just keep talking. They're gonna catch it.
They gotta catch it. You know what I'm saying? They gotta catch it.
Yeah, man.
But you know, we gonna bring this back to you because I know how that got. You know what I mean? But we had to put that in there because, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the good people of Impact Wrestling, because I mean, you know, as I had Vinny on an episode, shout out to a, you know, shameless plug, Life's a Botch podcast. You can follow that baby on the OTS podcast. You know, we had a recent episode with the Godfather, you know, but hey, this is Pastor Ox. So on Pastor Ox, shout out to Impact Wrestling because, you know, we had Vinny on in a previous episode before, and he dropped those gems about, you know, we compared and contrasted the life of an indie wrestler and an indie artist, you know, and what the similarities were of trying to come up, you know what I mean? But the fact that Impact is doing things different from a WWE or an AEW and all of these other big time multi-million-dollar companies, here they are doing things in the artist rapper approach, you know what I mean? Vinny gets up with them and says, hey, y'all need to do like street teams, you know what I'm saying? That's what these club owners are doing. You know, they going out here and they saying, hey, we got this and that, making people come. You know?
That's what it was.
Yeah.
I just remembered.
Yeah.
That's how I got linked up with Vinny.
Yeah.
He needed somebody to get out in the streets of Atlanta and promote Impact Wrestling event.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, I could have my guys get out there and hit the streets and paint the town with Impact posters like that.
Like that.
I said, I don't need no money. I need to be I just need to be paid on the back end. I need that royalty. I need y'all to incorporate my record when it comes to marketing Impact Wrestling. You get what I mean? And I did that deal. I paid my people out of my own pocket to hit the streets and go crazy, but I felt like it was gonna be a bigger payoff for me. Impact could have sent me $200-300. I don't need $200-300. You know what I mean? For my people to put no flyers out for them. I'm like, nah. Y'all need a record. Let me go get y'all a record. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like the record until I got paid for it.
Hey, but isn't that always the case though? You know, because when I was talking about how I mentioned earlier, you guys, I was watching the rap game, right? So I saw the little, they had like the after show after the win where they brought everybody back, you know, reunion shows like these shows do. And they had Bow Wow come in, and, you know, he was talking to, I think it was Lil Poopy. I think he was talking to him. He was talking to him, and they were asking questions to Bow Wow of like, hey, what was that like being that child star? And especially, you know, just asking different questions. Hey, how'd you feel when you were at that age where you starting to feel the women now? You know what I mean? All this. And he was spitting game to them, you know, as kids, you know, like what this industry like. But he talked about how he had looked at JD completely. He never argued with Jermaine Dupri after this one single that he put out. He said he hated Shorty Like Mine. Couldn't stand the track. Hated it. But Jermaine Dupri said, hey, nah, you need to push that. I'm telling you now, that's going to blow up. And when it do, and he said, sure enough, as soon as that track hit the streets, I'm sure my co-host here can attest, because I'm sure 15, 16-year-old her knows.
I love Bow Wow.
There you go.
I did.
When Shorty Like Mine hit the streets and missed him and Chris Breezy.
Shorty Like Mine. I loved it.
You see the look? You see the look? There you go.
He put that song out. He put that song out when he was dating Sierra.
I feel like that was around that time.
Was that song that he put out? Like they was dating each other?
I think so. I know he had Like You. I know Like You was definitely with.
I ain't never had nobody show me other things that, like, you had to take a deep breath before you try to sing it. Yeah.
But Shorty Like Mine.
Good times.
It might have been around that time. I can't remember, but I just know he said from that point on he never doubted anything Jermaine Dupri ever said ever again about any track. And I've had my own experiences with that. I've had tracks that I've hated and been like, I don't like this track. But then the masses love it. And it's like, as artists, we may never understand that because we create.
Right.
And you got songs you love and you believe that it's gonna take off, and it doesn't. But then the songs you don't like and you sleep on take off. So it's like, okay, well, you know what? Listen to the people. And
so I have a question for you after saying that.
mm-hmm.
Do you feel like as an artist,
Mm-hmm.
you should be emotionally attached to the music that you present to the world?
Ooh, wee.
Good question.
Because the music that you put out,
mm-hmm.
sometimes it's the record that you hate the most becomes
Mm-hmm.
your success.
True.
So do you feel like you should just record music and throw it out, or do you feel like you should always be emotionally attached? Because your favorite song on your album
mm-hmm.
could probably be your least streamed or least purchased song on your album. But you so emotionally attached to that record that you think it's the greatest record in the world.
You know, it's funny. You that's a great question. That you know, I see what he did there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, interviewer, you want to become a,
you know what I mean? Look at that.
a co-host?
Boom! He come to co-host just like that. But no, that's a trick question to me, man, in a way, because it's like a lot of times you think about a Mary J. Blige and you think about like how a lot of her best records come from like the pain of the stuff she done felt, you know what I mean? And it makes you wonder, was she emotionally attached to some of those songs of hers that were like legit hits? And if so, they clearly showed themselves to be hits. But
Right.
I guess, you know, depending on your level, depending on where you at, you know, as artists, we do get emotionally attached by the times to what we write, because maybe that song we wrote spoke to us as we wrote it, you know.
Right.
And maybe that's why we think so highly of like, hey, this song, if it's touching me and I wrote this, then imagine what it's gonna do to the masses. And then you know, sleep on a song and you're like, you got this in your back pocket, you play it and people are like, yo, bro,
This the
hey,
one.
this the one. And you're like, what? No lie. Like, I kid you not. I had a song about complete anime. You know what I mean? And heck, I didn't think that song was gonna take off the way that it did. But then I forgot, oh yeah, anime's big. People love anime. So I was like, well, go figure. Who knew this was gonna just blow up and magically go in the way that it went? You know, and it's just like, it happens, you know.
Yeah.
But it's wise to probably not be emotionally attached to your stuff from experience and research now, you know. But I will say that it is a trick question, because it's hard not to get emotionally attached to what you write, you know what I'm saying? Again, especially if it speaks to you directly, it's hard to not think that it's going to touch the masses the way it touched you. But you're right, everybody's so different. And another thing is just the fact that you may have a song that's old to you, but it's always new to somebody. And so a song that you totally buried a long time ago, people hear it and it's new and they're like, hey bro, when you drop this one? Like, man, that's old, bro. Like, man, hey, this dope, bro. I need to hit this. And it blows up like it was brand new again. So I would say, yeah, it's not wise, but I understand you if you are, because I can relate to that. Yes.
I have a follow-up question to that, because you have some artists who are doing it for a paycheck. Like it's a job. And then you have some artists who are very passionate about their music. They put like time and thought into their lyrics, et cetera, et cetera. So as artists yourselves, are you more moved by a single that does well and streams and brings in a lot of revenue, or are you more moved by like a fan coming up or them messaging you like, yo, like this one track really touched me, or this one track really got me through this time? Which one moves you more?
Oh man.
Look, Rob like shit, the bag. No, I'm joking.
The bag. Like, yeah.
The bag.
Rob did have that look like the bag.
Look.
You know what I mean?
Okay, I'll follow up your question with a question. Are you a birthday cake person or a pound cake person?
I like pound cake.
You like pound cake?
Yeah.
So, would you rather listen to J. Cole over I don't know, whoever your favorite club record is or party record? Are Do you want lyricism
It depends
over
on the.
on the moment?
That's true. I guess it's the mood. I guess it's a complex question. It depends on the mood.
So me, if I never heard of an artist before, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they telling me that they're gonna be the next one, they're gonna be the biggest rapper in the world. I'm looking for the birthday cake. You know what I mean? Because you can't be the next one without the birthday cake. See, artists like Drake give you the icing, but then when you go get the album, you get the pound cake. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you can't be as great as you want to be without the icing.
You got to lure them in first, is what you're saying.
Yeah. The icing is the show. The pound cake is just the cake. It tastes great. The pound cake tastes great. But imagine if I spell my name a certain way with the icing on top of the pound cake. I'm gonna get a couple more looks. You know what I mean? People gonna be, the icing ain't there for taste. The icing is there to attract you. You get what I'm saying? So I can have 18 pound cakes on my album. All I need is one good icing though. One good icing gonna turn me from an artist to a superstar.
This is true.
You know what I mean? So me personally, I want the icing. I want the ice cream cake. I want to hear a record. I want to hear the bars, but not until I get to track 3. You know what I'm saying? I want the bars. I want but to me, that's me though. Everybody ain't like that. You got people that they lock in on a certain type of music. They love that certain type of music. That's their niche. They love it. They want the deep in thought records. You know what I mean? But for me personally, I have a lot of deep records, but I can't be Drake without the icing. I can't be Lil Wayne without the icing. I can't even be Hove without the icing. Because even though Jay-Z is Jay-Z, Jay-Z still gave us icing. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then, that's sweet, that
nasty stuff. So Potna's prayer, is that your pound cake?
Yeah, I would say it's one of the pound cakes. Y'all ain't they ain't got no icing yet.
They ain't got no icing yet.
I'm about to give them some icing though.
So even though you don't like Impact, sir, are you sure
that
ain't got some icing feels on it? You know what I'm saying? Because that show gave some icing feels to it. You know what I mean?
I mean, don't get emotionally attached.
You know, it's cool, but it ain't. To me, Impact was a promo, man.
It was a promo.
You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, Impact wasn't. It wasn't Rob Potna. It was Rob Potna doing a service.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? I like the record now. I didn't heard it a million times. You feel me? I've been brainwashed to love it. You know what I'm saying? But Potna's prayer sound totally different than Impact.
Yeah.
Because Potna's prayer is the Rob Potna project.
Yeah.
Impact was the Impact project. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you listen to Potna's prayer, you hear me mention a lot of things that are personal. You know what I'm saying? But I love the icing. Y'all gonna get that icing. You know what I mean?
Gotta get that icing. That's crazy, man. And I mean, Rob's right when he says, you know, every artist is different. Because I mean, for me, I don't get it twisted. I definitely love the bag. You know, when the bag comes in, oh heck yeah, you know, glory to God, thank you. But you know, for me, because of what allows me to do what I do, I love when I'm reaching every single person minute by minute. Now, of course, you do definitely want to have that icing. because you want to meet more at the same time, and the icing is going to allow you to do it more at the same time. But for every fan, which I like to result to you guys as family, you know what I'm saying? When y'all reach out, y'all say, man, this song is like really touching me, or man, this song got me through this situation, man. That's humbling to me, because that's saying that it's especially in my case when it comes to the kids. You know, when I've had kids come up to me and literally just like, man, you're a rapper, or I mean, I want to be just like you, or man, I'm really inspired by what you do, or man, your music's inspiring me, man. I want to learn how to rap, or I want to learn how to dance, or I want to learn how to do this. And it's like they're telling me what this one song I put out did for them. Yeah. You know, it's like, yo, that's love. That's
paying
real.
It for
so, you know, let me, you know, put some school, you know, let me mentor you real quick and let you know, like, hey, you see what I'm doing, and I'm not even perfect in where I want to be yet, and I'm still chasing and doing things. But if this is inspiring you, what I've done thus far, then I want to push you right now where you at to say, hey, keep on going. So, you know, or if it just got them through a weird breakup, anything, just those kind of things to say, hey, I feel you, bro. Like, I feel you, sis. Take this moment, get yourself back together, grow up, you know what I'm saying? Take that and move, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just humbled to be a piece in your life, and that I gained a fan for life, you know, with the interaction, all of that. So, you know, it's more, that's more my number one, but I don't definitely separate myself from that bag, because that bag shows up, and that icing there.
See, to me, the icing, to me, the icing is number one. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Facts,
bro. Because I can't, like, you get to a space like, I'm not a starving artist. You get what I'm saying? I'm not the most famous artist, but I make a lot of fucking money. You get what I'm saying? And I don't sell drugs no more, and I'm not out in the streets. I'm 100% legal. I do this music stuff, and I run a company. You get what I mean? I think that perception that you have right now at this point in your hip hop career eventually will change, because as much as you love Kendrick, Kendrick give you the icing first. As much as you love Cole, Cole gives you the icing first. And what it becomes is, I rap because I love hip hop. You know what I mean? I make music because I love hip hop. I love the art. I have a talent. I want to showcase my talent. But if I want to do this shit as a hobby, then I'll make whatever I want to make. But once this game becomes a business, then you're going to make what you want to make, but you're going to make it in a certain way to touch everybody. And everybody don't want to hear the deep records. If you're a deep person, you're going to make deep records. I make deep records. But some people just want the, you know,
the bop.
They want that vibe. You know what I mean? They want that vibe. And you can't get mad at the bop, because the OGs had the bop. You get what I'm saying? You had Public Enemy, but you also had Run DMC.
There you go.
You feel me? You had EPMD, but you had Big Daddy Kane. You get what I'm saying? So I don't really get into the, oh, I'm real because I make real music. Nigga, no, you don't. You fake as a motherfucker. You know what I mean? You want to be broke. You want to be broke. You ain't no real nigga. You want to be broke. I'm past the being nice stage. When the little kids say, man, I want to be just like you, da 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 da, I want to rap. Well, can you rap? Well, rap for me. Yeah, man, you might could get better in a few years, bro. Keep going, keep going. I ain't never gonna knock your dream.
Yeah.
But I can't make you no rapper. But I could make you to a moneymaker. You get what I'm saying? I can't make you engage with people. I can't make the people love you. But I can show you how to get this paper.
Come on.
You mean you might want to rap because you love hip hop, but you might not supposed to be no rapper. You might supposed to be a A&R. You might supposed to be a writer. Maybe the shit you writing is dope, but it don't sound right coming out of your mouth. You get what I'm saying? So I think that a lot of people got to get past that. Everybody could be a star. Everybody can't be no star.
Hey, and it's funny you say that
That's a
because
fact.
rhythm and flow actually exposed that a lot, which was what I respected most about that show, right? Because you had the perspectives of three totally different artists in Chance the Rapper, Cardi B, T.I. You know what I'm saying? Three totally different style rappers. Yet what I respected most is how I looked at Cardi, and Cardi gave the aspect of like, I liked it, but can this really make money? Can that artist really do this and that? You know what I mean?
Right.
I like my turn up
Yeah,
stuff.
she was marketing queen on there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She was really being real because, and I respected her opinions more than even T.I. and Chance. And I still love their opinions, but I love where she came from the most part because, as you just mentioned with Icing, that's what she was representing. Because
But
she
see,
also
you gotta get it. You gotta understand this. 95% of rappers want somebody to put some money behind them. Mm-hmm. Now, if you want me to put my money behind your career, you're gonna have to give me some ice. Point blank, period. Nigga, I'm not investing in your dream. I'm investing in the fact that you may be able to make a hit record. Regardless of your style of music, regardless of your niche, regardless of your fan base, it's a lot of rappers out here that really, really, really can rap. I'm looking for the guy or the female that really, really, really can rap, but could give me some icing.
Come on, man.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you don't want to give me no icing, why would I ever put my money behind you? I can't make $1 million off of you.
Return on investment is real. Are you going to be able to bring it back? Are you going to be able to flip that back?
That's it.
Are you going to be able to do it?
Can you flip it for me? Can you
flip it? Yeah.
Can you flip it more than a pancake on a hot Sunday morning?
The catch to that is sometimes you have artists with fan bases so powerful before the deal that it works. Mm-hmm. But in order for you to live that dream, you're going to have to bring me, you're going to have to show up with 100,000 followers. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to show up with a fan base so strong where I say, hell yeah, I'm finna put my money behind this nigga. Yeah. He already got a following. He got a following so strong that all he need is marketing dollars. But if you don't have that and you sitting over here telling me you want to make I'm true to backpack, I'm true to hip hop, blah, blah, blah. Nah, bro, yeah, you dope. I support you. You know what I mean? You dope. I'll give you some pointers, but you can't get 100,000 out of me.
Right.
You feel me? You ain't got no icing. I need some icing, bro.
Icing. Now, I will flip it though and say it's not too late though, because as you mentioned, you also said, hey, you could be a songwriter. And let's talk about the fact that what I love most about songwriters is the fact that maybe they're like my nice, awesome engineer in the background who doesn't want to be in the forefront, kind of wants to sit back and just chill. But you're still getting your bag while you're chilling in the background. Songwriters can do that because they can give you the icing, they can give you the boom bap, they can give you whatever, however, and sit back and just chill. Ain't got to be in the spotlight. Hey, you want to be in that? Cool. I got something with your voice right on it. Boom. There you go. They get the recognition. I'm getting that icing. I'm getting that back, right? So I definitely just want to shout out to the songwriters because, again, you don't always have to be in the forefront. You know what I mean?
Don't.
It's not me. You know, maybe you don't have that look. Maybe you don't stand out. Maybe you're, like you said, hey, you dope, but do you have a look to match your dopeness? Do you have marketing?
Your delivery isn't that.
Yeah. What is, you know what I mean? Maybe you just have one heck of an ability to write. So go invest, be a songwriter, learn how to get your publishing rights, learn how to be everything you need to be as a solid writer, okay? And get them royalties. because you're going to get royalties from the icing that you distribute to the person that can deliver that icing to the people that want to taste it. Therefore,
Right.
You know, two different angles I had to represent
Okay,
from the
metaphors,
songwriters out there one time because, like I said, it
Songwriters
ain't
can get money though.
yeah. The
They
goal
gonna
is
get
getting money.
money. But look, the game is so different these days, bro.
Ain't it? Though?
If y'all knew who I'm, it's so, you know what I mean? It's so crazy. If y'all knew who I'm on the phone with every single day, it will blow y'all mind. But it's like, you think I feel sorry for a nigga like Quentin Miller?
Come on.
You feel me? Quentin Miller, you are writing records for Drizzy. Regardless of the drama, regardless of the encounters with Meek and Dream Chasers during the beef, regardless of whatever you going through, my nigga, the world knows your name. If you drop a record tomorrow, a certain amount of people are going to stream that record simply because they know you were writing for Drake.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel bad for you, my nigga, because you have a solid bag coming in every single month. It's artists out here that they are never, ever, ever going to receive a royalty check over $5. They are never going to receive a royalty check over $5. So, and I don't have nothing against Quentin. I don't know him personally. I don't have nothing against him, but I'm just using him as an example. If you're a writer and you're writing records for an established artist, and then people find out who the writer is, or it might be public knowledge who the writer is. In this day and age, now you have the power to put out a record and people are going to stream it just because.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't do this 10, 15 years ago. You couldn't do that. Songwriters couldn't do that 20 years ago. You feel me? Michael Cox couldn't drop a record 20 years ago and get sales. But today we know who Brian Michael Cox is. So if he decided to drop an album tomorrow, do you know how much money he would make as an independent artist with people knowing how many platinum plaques he have on his wall for writing for major artists? Yeah. Like, songwriters today are not songwriters from the last century. Songwriters today are on social media, on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, telling the world who they write for. Unless you're writing for Drake or Beyonce or an artist that is so big on the totem pole that, you know, you're not allowed to let people know you writing those records. Yeah. You feel me?
Facts. Real facts.
But okay, as long as the bag coming in, like, I don't have to let you know that I wrote for Beyonce. I'm fine.
That's the beauty of it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm cool.
That's the beauty of it. You find yourself writing for one of those mega stars, like you said, where you don't have to say nothing. Cool. It's win-win. You know what I'm saying?
Even if people don't know, you got the marketing dollars to do whatever you want to do.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? You write a record for Beyonce and they tell you, don't tell nobody you wrote this record, and you get paid $100,000. Nigga, you could drop a single tomorrow doing the goddamn bunny skip. It don't matter what you doing. You put $10,000 on Instagram, your shit going viral. Like, bro, come on, man. This music shit is so easy now. It's like, it's not a competition.
Free bands right now, guys. You better take notes, goddamn. Free bands.
It's so easy.
Rolling, and it keeps on rolling, and it's only gonna get really easier from that point, because as technology evolves, so does the music, so does the ways of getting the bag, so does the way of, you know, distributing it. You name it. You know what I'm saying? So
it's a 15-year-old right now sitting in his guest bedroom or his bedroom, writing and recording a song and producing a song that sound like trash, that's gonna go viral in a week, and he's gonna be a platinum or gold artist by the next 2 to 3 months. And literally he has to walk upstairs and explain to his mom that they can leave the projects. His mama don't know what he doing. Her mama don't know what she doing. All they know is that they kid raps. And in the next few weeks, they're going to have to walk upstairs and they're going to have to say, Mom, we could move out of this apartment. We could buy $1 million house right now. They're going to have to literally explain to their mama that they rich. These kids are 14, 15, 16 years old, connecting their debit card to CD Baby, connecting their debit card to DistroKid, connecting their debit card to these distribution platforms, and they going viral, and they going gold, and they going platinum off of streams, and they literally have to wake up. They go to sleep broke, and they wake up with 20 million views, 20 million streams. And they gotta walk upstairs or walk in the next room and explain to their mom, we rich. Imagine what that feels like for that 15, 16-year-old kid to have to convince your parents that you rich.
Yeah.
So you wonder why these young niggas going crazy.
I was just about that. That's why the cancel culture is so dumb, because you're literally seeing these kids getting rich overnight. They've never had any money. They've never had any type of level of fame. A lot of the growing pains that y'all had to go through, you didn't have to do on social media, nor did you have to go through at 15, 16.
Right.
And then when these kids mess up a couple times, it's cancel them.
It's like
don't
the
get
Disney
a
Channel.
chance again.
It's the Disney Channel. You know what I mean? Look at every Disney star go fucking crazy when they turn 18.
Ratchet Disney, baby.
Every last one. You know what I mean?
Except Keke Palmer.
Shout out to Kiki, but she look crazy. Shout out to Kiki, but she look crazy.
She had some crazy moments here and there a little bit. Just a little bit. But I love you, Kiki. I love Kiki, though, because she's dope. She is so dope.
Kiki.
I love her, though.
You know, but it's just, you know, we want these people, we think the money makes maturity. Money don't create maturity. Money create craziness. Mm-hmm. And you have to learn how to deal with the craziness, because as long as you getting money, as long as the money is around you, craziness is going to be around you. Mm-hmm. If you don't know how to control the craziness, then everything's going to go wild. But the thing is, I could be the only millionaire surrounded by 20 broke niggas, and they're going to blame everything on me because I'm a millionaire.
Because you're the millionaire. Mm-hmm.
As the great notorious B.I.G. said, more money, more problems.
You feel me?
Trust me, as long as that verse has been, and that one line still to this day, actually just elevated. It's elevated even more, because that's even most the case now. So that being said, I mean, it just goes to show people, it comes full circle. Yes, you can make money very fast, but also, as me and Potna just greatly told y'all, dodging, ducking, wait, trying to catch all these gems, because I'm trying to let you know. It revolves back to the very beginning of this conversation. What are you doing with your money when you get it instantly? Because no matter what age you are, be smart. Mm-hmm. Learn.
You got to.
Okay, research. If you're doing Bitcoin, man. If you're doing stock bonds, whatever you do, take your money and put it into something. Flip it. Okay, so that it makes you that much richer. Okay, surround yourself with some OGs, even if you can't reach the ones that we just mentioned. Your neighborhood somewhere got some OGs that can help you flip that money the right way, so that when you are telling mama, we rich, you ain't got to go back and tell her, mama, we broke. We got to go back.
We broke again. Yeah.
Boy.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the words. But the beautiful thing about today is, how can you go broke? You get what I'm saying?
There's a place
It used to
somewhere.
be so easy. It used to be so easy to go broke.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, it used to literally be so easy to go broke. These young niggas ain't going broke, and that's the problem. You feel me? These niggas is not going broke. That's the problem, because they know as long as they got the engagement from the people, they drop a song every Tuesday, and make $1 million.
There you go.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The game is so different. The game is so different. Back in the day, rappers was really going broke. These days, these kids is like, whoo, shit, I'm down to $1 million. I got to drop another song. Drop another song, do 100 million streams. Boom. I'm back up to 15 million.
Inflation.
Straight up. It's like we playing with a different game. Like, people still holding on to this old way of thinking. The industry is not the same. Yeah. Even the major labels do not operate the same. Like, it's like people want certain artists to fail so bad just because they don't like their music. But it's like, bro, why you hating on me?
Right.
You ain't gotta like my music. Don't listen to my shit. But respect the fact that it's 1 million niggas that's gonna listen to my shit. You know what I mean? I don't support 6ix9ine. I don't like his music. I think his production be hard sometimes, but I think his raps is whack.
I did like Kiki's song. I did like that song. Kiki, she a free, or Fifi, whatever that song is. I did like that one.
You know,
to each his own.
6ix9ine understands. Mm-hmm. People trying to figure out why 6ix9ine is so rich. Tell me what record label he signed to. You get what I'm saying? They trying to figure why is 6ix9ine so rich? Why is 6ix9ine so rich? Somebody tell me what major label 6ix9ine is signed to.
Cricket.
Is
cricket.
Independent.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, if you have an artist that isn't, and maybe he has a backdoor deal with somebody who supplies his radio marketing and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, he's still somewhat of an independent artist. Any independent artist with 1 million people following them are going to win. Doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what it sounds like. If you know for a fact that 500,000 people is going to press play in the first 15 minutes, you fucking rich forever.
That's true.
So regardless of how much we might dislike 6ix9ine and his decisions and the things that he do or the things he talk about or the trolling, this fucking bitch is gonna be rich forever. You know what I mean? It's nothing nobody can do about it. He gonna be rich forever. But what we gotta do is stop concentrating on 6ix9ine and go get the fucking bag for ourselves. It's like y'all wasting time. Y'all talking about 6ix9ine when y'all supposed to be going to get the bag.
Come on, man.
The money is out here. You don't even have to go sell no CDs, nigga.
Don't have to.
I really sold thousands of CDs. I really
literally
sold thousands of CDs.
Come on, man.
You feel me? You don't have to do that shit no more.
Yeah.
You know how hard it was for us to sell 1,000 CDs at the mall? Now I'm living in a world where all I got to do is get 1,000 people to listen to my shit.
The struggle of going to a gas
30
station.
seconds. For 30 seconds, though.
That's it.
I'm getting drunk. Let me stop going crazy with y'all.
No, man, he gem dropping. Let's go. Free band.
You know, and listen, you know, we definitely have to bring you back on for a part 2.
For sure. We can go all night.
We could go all night.
We done already?
We unfortunately there's a nice little timeline that we have to follow.
Man.
And it's about that time when we gotta wrap this baby up. Unfortunately, because we don't want to, you know, with the attention spans of our listeners out there, even with these gems being dropped, unfortunately, we've gone
these niggas listening. They listen. These niggas, you want them to listen?
Come on.
Say something crazy.
Say something crazy.
That's where we live. We live in the age. All you gotta do is say something crazy. They gonna keep listening. Fuck 6ix9ine. They listening.
Oh, we're tuned back in. The attention span just came out. He said, "What?
What? They listening.
Look, they listening.
Fuck Trump. They listening some more.
They listening. You know, and it's amazing. It's amazing, isn't it? So much you can say, so many times, so many things. But we definitely, brother, would love to bring you on yet again for a part 2 because, man, this is probably the funnest episode.
This was so
of
natural.
Pastor
It just
Oxley.
happened. Yes.
It just free flow. Free flow like a waterfall, baby. It just
Shout
came
out to
all the way.
Vinny. Shout out to Vinny.
Yeah, shout out to
my
Vinny
brother
for
Vinny,
hooking this
indeed.
up for sure.
Vinny, you the man. Vinny, you the man. Shout out to Six Families Radio. Shout out to Tuned In. Shout out to OTS guys, Spotify, Instagram, YouTube, all of those good platforms that we really just kind of praised in the form of an artist. Because guess what, guys? It works for us podcasters too. The beauty of being able to say and do whatever you want to do, sit back, chill, and get some streams from that. Advertisements, all that good stuff. It's a beautiful thing. So, shout out to 2020, man. I don't know what y'all talking about. Ain't that bad? Shoot. We still getting money. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, Rob, sir, my friend, this is your corner to go ahead and campaign. I mean, you've already campaigned yourself well enough. I'm pretty sure if they haven't already gone to go check you out, what's taking you so long? Go check this man's music out. Go out there and get Potna's Prayer. Go out there and get Impact. You know what I'm saying? And go out there and wait for the album as it's coming well on its way. But brother, this is your moment. Tell the people where they can find you. Tell them why they should listen to you if they ain't already listening. All that good stuff, man.
Man, just follow me. Follow me, Rob Potna, on every major platform, every social media platform, ROBPOTNA. And yeah, you know, hopefully I get that blue check this month like they tell me I might get. If I get that blue check this month, then, you know, I'm going to feel like a real rapper, I guess.
Hey, party over Rob's house.
Hey,
$50 a head.
Legit. And look, and notice how you said real rapper, not like some of you whack rappers out there that's going and buying blue checks. We don't buy blue checks over here. We earns them blue checks, son.
How much do they cost? I need to buy like 8 of them. Like, if y'all know the plug, send me the plug. I got some hood niggas that need some blue checks, bro. They want some hoes.
That's a blue check to do that though. That's wild. This is the life we are living in.
It will. But, Mr. Blue Check, you gotta make sure you're wise. Because them labels know, wait a minute, something's fishy. You only got X amount of followers. You got a blue check, and I'm looking at your viewership, and I'm looking at your likes. This don't add up, Playboy. Wait a minute. You ain't fooling nobody. So like I said, you whack rappers, make sure you earn your stuff. Stop buying your blue checks. Now, if you're buying it just to get a girl, well, hey, to each his own. Do what you got to do. I ain't mad at you, player.
Go ahead and get too much. They selling blue checks. It probably costs too much, man.
Man, let me tell you.
I ain't spending no thousands of dollars on no blue check.
Not only that, but the gram, trust me, they flagging them down. Trust me. They taking them real quick. You have it for about a week, maybe. And they take it off. Just like that. You ain't official.
You better hit every bitch DM you can in 7 days.
Oh,
that blue check, you better be in everybody's DM. You got a week, nigga. You
Come on. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Pass the Ox. And I mean, again, it is so great to have Rob Potna join us on the show. We can't wait to have this brother back because we will bring him back on and do a part 2 to this very
real soon. I'm gonna drop the album. The album is called Only the Life, and it's gonna be dope. I think y'all gonna hear a lot of super dope records. I think that Impact and Potna's Prayer is not even close to what I'm like putting together. You know what I mean? I think that when I'm in the lab, shout out to my guy Jack Brown. He actually engineers for 2 Chainz a lot. He got a lot of 2 Chainz plaques in his studio. That's the studio I go to out here in Atlanta, Black Hole Studios. And I just think that when y'all finally get a chance to hear my records, it's gonna be nothing like Impact. It's gonna be nothing like Potna's Prayer. it's gonna be a lot of vibes. You know what I mean? A lot of good vibes, some melodic vibes, some party vibes. You know, some serious. You gonna hear about some life lessons, and you know, just look out for this project, man. You know, we doing great right now. You know, I ain't the most famous artist, but I get a lot of fucking streams. I get a lot of views. You know what I mean? I get a lot of followers. I get a lot of engagement. I get a lot of, so, you know, it all starts where it's supposed to start. But at the end of the day, I own a company. You know what I mean? I sign artists that's bigger than me because I'm a businessman. You feel me? So
I'm not a businessman.
You feel me? So, you know, that's what I do, man. I invest my money. Thank God for marijuana, and you know, just tune in. I'm about to drop them vibes real soon. You know what I mean? Real soon.
Past Ours exclusive yet again.
Past Ours exclusive,
somebody
baby.
Somebody
you only gonna hear that right here.
What is I need not you, bro. The co-host. Speak, please.
Yes.
Janine Nina Berry.
Yes.
I'm thinking my blue check. You need to follow me, baby, because I'm trying to follow you.
This man said, you know what? That's the title of today's episode. This is the Blue Check episode.
The Blue Check
baby.
episode. Goddamn, we getting verified tonight, baby.
Derek, go ahead and put that in the show notes, my friend. That's the title of today's show. Blue Check. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Dwayne Dickey Jr. You know what I'm saying? The Prince of Botch. Follow me at Dwayne Dickey Jr. Follow my artist page at Highlight Life on Instagram. Blue checks, or checks, red checks, whatever. I'll take all the checks. Bring them all. Doesn't even matter.
All the checks.
You know, and I'm going to pass this thing over to my lovely co-host over here, the Queen of Clatchet.
Yes, Queen of Clatchet. Everybody follow me Instagram at Onina. Nina with 2 I's, and on OTS and on Past Rocks every Monday.
Let's not forget, what did I think about this week?
What did I think about this week every Monday as well? What did I think about this week? Streams on all podcast platforms as well. So if you like a little bit of clatchetness, that's definitely the show for you.
There you go. Another show that we're going to have to get our brother Rob Potna on right there. You know what I'm saying? Man, it seems like he got a lot that he can reflect on in a week right there. So definitely something to get him on the host. So that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, y'all be safe, stay safe, get that money, save that money, invest that money, flip that money, all that, and get your money, get your icing, your bag, all that on that note. That being said, y'all be easy. The ox has officially been passed to you. Peace.